Hello, everyone. This is Grand Madam. Happy Monday. Well, something has come up already with this lunar eclipse. Now, you've heard about the detention of so called illegal workers down at the Hyundai plant in Georgia, right? 475 were detained and chained as they were slaves and taken into custody wherever. That out of the 475, 300 were Korean citizens, South Korean citizens. No, Korean citizens, and not, and not, and not illegal aliens. Okay? Now, um, the South Korean prime minister already has, I don't know if he's here or not, probably. The news reports are like hours old right about now, flying in from South Korea to make sure everybody's paperwork was done properly, because the United States says their paperwork was not done properly. Some only had 90-day visas, and they were here longer than 90 days, and there were irregularities. I want to look into that. I want to find out if there was really a problem, or did the United States just create some? Because what is happening now, they have since chartered, South Korea has since moved its people out of this country. Just that fast. And my thing is, they just had that summit meeting about, what, 10, 20 days? No, not that long. 10 days ago, I think. Not a little over a week, but less than 2 weeks. And then this happens. And the problem, even if people are trying to be slick, because I don't know what this woman's name was. The ICE was called by an official, an American official. And what was happening was that they said they didn't have any American workers. Well, here's the problem with working as an American worker on this high-tech stuff they have out there. They're non-qualified. That's why the Korean citizens were here, South Korean citizens, to set up the plant and train the American workers, because American workers don't have the daggone skills to do the jobs anymore. Wonder how that happened. Did it have something to do with the dumbing down of America, I wonder? Well, now it's a problem. Anyway, I'm sorry for any sounds. I've been trying to record all day. It started with the guys drilling up those big planks that are in the middle of my street in front of my house and dropping them. Bam! I think their little robotic arm couldn't hold on to them. Got them up in the air. Bam! Then shook my whole house. Damn near gave me a heart attack the first time I saw it, because I thought it was an explosion, and I realized, oh no. Here we go again. I was so sorry. I'm so sorry. I thought they had broken for lunch to go home. But, let me do this. I'm going to shut the door again. I just love the sunlight. But these guys this morning, they were louder than the sun. I tell you, they were louder than the sun was bright. And, oh well. Yes, I'm back in my recliner. Oh! Now, let me get up here. I've got to shut all this just to shut the door. Jeez. Lord, they're doing something else. I am so sorry. All right. Now, I'm going to try it again. Yes, you know me. I'm always sitting in lotus. That's the only way I can sit down. I can't cross my legs anymore. Not comfortably. But I can sit lotus. Now, where was I? Oh, we were talking about what was happening down there in Georgia, at the Georgia plant. And I think people are playing, I think these folks, Trump said he didn't know anything about it. He's got to look into it. But I think his people are playing with fire. And there's about to be an explosion. Because what's going to happen when they find out these people's paperwork was all in order? That's my concern. So, what's this? All right, let's see. I want to know what was the crime committed. I'm going to use true crime. Uh, and what lies beneath the arrests. Okay. Okay. Now, the South Korean workers, 300 of them, and see what really is pissing people off over the South Korea was they saw them bound and chained like they were slaves. And that does not go over well with anyone. Okay? And these people can play this race card, and the whites was make America white again all they want to. You're playing with the wrong people. This is not the time. There is a reason we don't go to war anymore. You know why? Because everybody has the capability of turning each other's homes to ashes with them in it. That's why we don't want to do that war thing. That's why we don't want to go out on the street and make war either. Nobody's afraid of them. Come on. The National Guard, please. They're our own kids. Nobody's going to pay them any mind. But anyway, South Korean nationals, they're called nationals because they're citizens of South Korea. They didn't come over here to be American citizens. They came over here to work on a project, build the plant, train the workers, and then they go back or go wherever else they go. They've been doing it all through the continent of Africa. They come over to the United States and it's a daggone problem. Don't we look stupid? So, what was the crime committed? What's going on with the... they didn't even get a chance to deport them. Their people came and got them. That is a whole different attitude. A whole different attitude. These people had agency. And when people have agency... Believe you me, I'm guaranteed the United States is going to get a slap for that from South Korea that it never expected. Thank you, Mr. Trump. Card is filling out family. Yeah. So what was the crime committed? What's going on with that whole arrest of those South Korean workers down at the Hyundai plant in Georgia? Okay, wait a minute. Burial. Tried to cover it up, huh? They're trying to hide something. Something's trying to be hidden. Keep going. Well, the one thing that has been hidden so far is the American workers can't do the job. They don't know how. They do not have the skills. This is dating. I would say this is contracting or coming together, friendships. This could also be tried. But this says dating. Oh, no, we are talking, okay, agreements, marriage and wedding. Okay. Oh, please, where's my bottle of water? So we have family, burial, dating, and marriage. This is sounding very personal. Very personal. Excuse me. And the U.S.'s excuse is that the South Koreans, the plant are not following the hiring practices and the protocols of American standards here. Excuse me, American labor standards. But that's labor. That's still not immigration. They can't lie their way out of this. Oh, look at that. Mind control. So what I'm trying to do here, what the impression I'm getting here looking at this card, family, burial, dating, marriage, and wedding, is that they are trying to United States is trying to create a narrative. Well, it's obviously they're trying to create a narrative of the uh, what are they trying to do? It's like, are they trying to disrupt family ties for the Korean Americans that are already here? It very well could be. And other Asians here. Now they're screwing with the Asians. That's what it's coming down to. Now they're screwing around with the Asians. Excuse my French. Trying to harass. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, child. This is a whole family here. Now they're trying to intimidate the Asian community, Asian American community. That's what this is. Mm-hmm. They trying. Oh, look at this. Okay, look at this. Caregivers and fire. So they've lit up. They've gotten people upset. They're going after the caregivers. What they call them, lighting them. What do they call it? Lighting a fire underneath the caregivers. Asian caregivers. Okay. This is the old tome of making America white again. That's what this is. Yo. Mm-hmm. Place of temporary stays. You're not staying here. That's what that is. That's what that is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, your stay here is ended. Okay. Let me put this over here. Now I'm going to use What Lies Beneath, but I think we figured it out already. Oh yeah. Boy, well, I mean, we have to just ride it through, folks. Just ride it through. Stay grounded and ride it through, because as usual, just nothing has worked in their favor. Nothing has worked in MAGA's favor. Nothing has worked in Trump's favor. Nothing. Other than stirring up a lot of negative emotions, if that's what they wanted to do. They did that perfectly. That was done perfectly. Okay, what was behind this arrest of these so-called illegal citizens? What's behind that? The South Korean ones. And then they found the setting the record straight. Okay. Let me move these over here so they don't get mixed up. They always get mixed up with my other cards. I'm going to put them. Let's keep going. There were other immigrants. I don't know who they were, what they were. They did not say. How about that? Working on, we're talking about construction, engineering. Moving right along. What's behind all that? What was behind the detaining? What was behind the images of Asian young people, Asian young men in chains around their ankles and waists? What the heck was that all about? And see, I don't know where these people think that they can intimidate, and you intimidate the wrong person and they're going to come back and they're going to do you in. They're going to find a way to do you in. People who are afraid of you will hurt you. They will take you completely out. So I don't know what the hell these people think they're doing. But what was the name of this woman? I cannot remember her name. Ice was called by this woman. Hold on a second. Let me go look. I'm quite sure you can look it up. She has a strange last name too. It sounds French. What was behind the arrests of 475 people down at the Hyundai plant in Georgia? On the Hyundai. Okay. You know I'm upset behind it because we haven't done our breathing exercises. I'll do that last. Okay. Look at this. Look at this. Manipulation lies in control, getting played. So this is all a game, which means there's nothing wrong with those people's paperwork. Somebody's doing drugs. Somebody's mind is on something. This the drug bit and the mind control bit go hand in hand. Yeah, there's a divorce now. When they find out there was nothing wrong with these people's paperwork, there will be a breach of contract. They just signed a treaty 10 days ago. And what is the American phrase? Treaties were made to be broken. Well, you broke it. Now you're going to have a hell of a lot of Hyundai owners who can't get batteries or probably any other parts, already knowing the tea. So they did it deliberately. This was done deliberately. Hire American workers. You don't have the skills. I was reading the comments of some of these things. You should be hiring them. The reason they don't hire American workers all the time is not just for cheap labor, but they've got high skill level employees and they're cheap to hire. They've got the skills and they'll work cheaply. That's been like that for the last 50 years. Since more than that. Longer than 50 years, 70 years. It started with Ford and his Model T. When they brought those people from India over here, those engineers. Yeah, they think they're fulfilling a fantasy. Making America great again. Making America white dominant again. I don't think so. Sex shop, no idea what the heck that means. No idea whatsoever. Oh, okay. Police. Okay. This little S&M or something. Running away. Excuse me. Running away from breaking a contract? What the heck? And here we have depression. Yeah, guess what? We're getting ready to go into one, folks. Recession, hell, we're getting ready to go into a depression because we don't have the manpower or woman power to jumpstart this country and get it back on its economic stability anymore. Economic stability. Oh my God. Oh, what? Bottom of the deck? Putting on a show. They got a lot of prostitution cards in here. Don't know why. We're not talking about that right now. So, before I wrap this up, no, I wasn't going to stay on that long. Let's get our breathing exercises in right now. The breathing exercises shift your energy into a more secure and calm state of relaxation, state of being, in a calmer mood. We need that right now because this is just day one after the eclipse. We have 6 more months of information to be revealed. So let's do this. Let's kind of breathe in through our nostrils to the count of 5. Hold it to the count of 5, and then exhale to the count of 5 through the mouth. Okay? Let's breathe in. Hold it. Release. Breathe in. Hold it. Exhale. Last time, breathe in. Hold it. Exhale. Oh, okay. Now, have a good day.